Welcome to The Whispering Soul. I'm Nancy Vallant, founder of The Whispering Soul and humanistic and intuitive astrologer and wellness coach. Today I want to talk about the reflective and thought-provoking Saturn and Neptune conjunction in Aries at 0 degrees. That 0 degrees is very important in this new cycle that we are beginning and new era. So on February 20th, Saturn and Neptune will form a rare conjunction in Aries. This is going to mark a significant turning point in the relationship between our dreams and our reality, and how those two can come together to start to form a new foundation. Dreams, Neptune, reality, and building a foundation, Saturn. As Saturn and Neptune unite in Aries, we are prompted to examine the gap between who we imagine ourselves to be and how our actions reveal that identity in an authentic and way that holds integrity in our body, in our mind, in our soul. So let's explore disillusionment as growth, rebuilding identity, turning vision into structure, courage rooted in integrity. So this isn't about losing the dream. It's about maturing the dream, maturing our identity. If that needs to shift and change, if that needs to begin a new beginning, that's where we pick up the courage that roots us in the reality of the dream that we are dreaming. Psychologically, this is a meeting of two very different forces within us. Neptune embodies our ideals, the version of ourselves we envision becoming, that inspiration, that divinity of something bigger than us. It holds our longings, our fantasies, our spiritual aspirations, and sometimes our denial. It's where the uncomfortable blurs the truth to preserve hope. It's always where we access compassion, inspiration, empathy, and the imagination for something greater than ourselves. The essence of faith, wisdom, and connection to divine consciousness. And of course, this is always by choice in our partnership with the universe. Let's move on to Saturn. Saturn represents a reality check. Oh yeah, Saturn's a big reality check. He's the Lord of karma, time, and space, and how we learn, and if we learn, those lessons that will enable us to grow. Saturn's not like pointing a stick and saying, you're bad, you're bad, you're bad. Saturn is saying, let's be held accountable for what it is we need to check, what it is we need to change in order to be more of our authentic selves. Because Saturn in reality wants you to evolve. But it's not, it's not like fuzzy warm. It is, this is the way it is, black and white. Let's do the work. It's also the part of us that understands consequences, limits, time, space, responsibility, and, like I said, accountability. Saturn asks the tough questions. It seeks evidence. It demands integrity. It calls for maturity. When these two come together, Neptune and Saturn, there's often a confrontation and clash between what we want to believe and what is actually sustainable. I pause there because that's very important. It can feel like disillusionment. Psychologically, disillusionment is not failure. It's growth. It's potential. It's the moment when projections recede, revealing something more honest. Now let's add Aries, the archetype of the zodiac, which is the first house. It's the beginning. It's the new year. Aries governs identity, the raw sense of I am. It is instinctive, independent, action-oriented, and protective. It's the warrior. It's how we assert ourselves, initiate, and defend our right to exist as individuals. So this conjunction raises a very direct question. Who are you when you're no longer performing the fantasy version of yourself? The one that gets lost in all the boundlessness of energy that can't be structured. Where have you confused inspiration with action? I think that's really important. I know it's important for me. I have felt that several times in my life as I've tried to manifest and create as an artist, as an astrologer, as a human that really loves to help individuals grow and become more of who they are. I'll say that one more time. Where have you confused inspiration with action? So that means, for me, that question says, take a pause, go inside, check out what's feeling, what's going. Your body never lies. Where have you mistaken longing for commitment? Where have you relied on hope instead of discipline? I have. Saturn in Aries says, define yourself through actions. Neptune in Aries says, dissolve identities built on illusion. Together, they can dismantle a fragile or inflated self-concept, not to punish you, but to stabilize you, to bring you again, Saturn, into the reality that when we dissolve that which does not work and that does not hold truth, we can dissolve, but we can always rebuild. The universe is always rebuilding, every moment. This is identity that wants to be embodied. Yes. I can't say that one enough. It's the difference between saying, this is who I want to be, and showing consistently, this is who I want to be. Taking one step at a time. Saturn moves slow. Saturn's not in a hurry because then we miss. We skip steps. Something I've done as well. And then you come back. You have to do it again, maybe in a different way. This is who I am, says Aries. On a collective level, we may experience a reality check regarding leadership, authority, disillusionment with projected heroes, and a growing demand for accountability for everyone, for the people. Ideals will require structure. Ideals. Neptune is very idealistic. Saturn says, let's structure those ideals so we can create a vision. But to create a vision, we need strategy. We need boots on the ground. On a personal level, this is about self-trust. Not the inflated confidence from fantasy, but grounded confidence from keeping your word to yourself first and foremost. Saturn builds self-respect through action, Aries. Through embodiment, Aries. Aries is the body, the I am. Neptune dissolves the false self that was compensating. I'm going to say that again. Neptune dissolves the false self that was compensating. Aries then urges you to move forward, not perfectly, but with honesty. This conjunction isn't about abandoning your dreams. It's about building new dreams out of dreams that have already been stated through the mind, body, soul, or felt through the mind, body, soul. It's a great time. I feel personally the universe, with the work of self, is supporting us, guiding us to a deeper understanding of who we are and who we can become. This conjunction is about maturing and manifesting the dreams, the structure in time and space. We're here, we're on Earth. About turning inspiration into structure, compassion into boundaries, and vision into behavior that holds integrity, that holds worth, that holds value. When illusion falls away, what remains? It's character. And character is built one decision at a time, one step at a time. February 2026 is less about dramatic reinvention and more about psychological and soul alignment. Who you believe you are and who you say you are is going to be very important this year. Oh yeah, we might make a mistake, of course. Then we get back up. Today is the lunar New Year, fire horse. Then we get back up on the horse and we keep going. Yeah. There's truth to that. I know because as a kid, my father was a horseman. He rode horses, he trained horses, he loved horses, he was in the wild with horses. And his mantra was always, you fall, get back up on the horse and go. So this conjunction is asking for authenticity in your ability to dream, and then, through work and integrity, build a foundation and structure to express and work from. With these elements and the element of fire, Aries, which wants to build something, which wants to make something, which wants to create something, we are now developing a new integrity. A new identity can thus emerge, not just be imagined. Yes, we have to imagine first. Our imagination is key to connect with our soul self, to connect with the divine, to connect with universal energy and consciousness. But we need an identity. We need to be able to structure that so we're not projecting onto others. But we live the lived experience with your feet on the ground. That's the work of Saturn and Neptune in Aries. And it begins with radical honesty. I pause there to take a breath. Let that breath out. I'm going to leave you today with a quote from the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu. And he says, when you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. So have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. Happy Lunar New Year and the year of the fire horse. And take this week to really take care of yourself, especially your nervous system. And by that I mean taking care of how you feel, what your energy feels like, eating well, drinking water, walking on the earth, taking some breaths. I will talk to you soon. Take care.